Even though it's very common to get stuck in your business, no one likes it when it happens, especially when it happens to you. Money likes speed, and so no matter what the reason is that's gotten you stuck in your business, it is time for you to nip that in the bud quickly. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the exact reason why we tend to get stuck in our business, but more importantly, the exact process to help you get unstuck. And I'm willing to bet it's not what you think it is. Hello, I am Brenda Glover. I've been coaching business owners for the past 11 years now. I've seen so many people get stuck in their business, myself included. It's extremely frustrating, not only for just you, but sometimes for those of you around you. And if you're taking your frustrations out on your family and you're getting stuck, depression can happen, you can get anxiety, you can get stressed. So many things can happen when, as a result of being stuck in your business. And so before I can tell you how to get unstuck, we got to really shed some light on why are you getting stuck in the first place, especially when you know what it is that you want to accomplish. Most of us know what it is that we're doing. We have a business. We know why we're creating it, what our goals are, right? So why are we getting stuck? Why are we having that issue going out there? So I'm going to get into that. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, you're going to want to go ahead and do that. Every week I put out a new video on Brenda Glover TV. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to get notified when my new video comes out, because all of these videos are dedicated to helping you really grow and scale your business in a different fashion than maybe what you're used to. Okay? So let's get into it. There are two main reasons that's causing people to really get stuck in their business. The first one is not having clarity, and the second one has to deal with your internal identity. So let me explain that, because once you understand why you're plateauing in your business, it's so much easier to plunge forward and really just to get unstuck and really move that momentum forward, move that needle and start building out your business, okay? So years ago, I had calls every week with my clients, and I called them clarity calls. And the reason I did that is because I understood how important clarity is in a business, for one, but how important clarity is to help people continue to move forward in their business. Because if you don't have clarity, very exact, specific clarity on where you're going, what you need to do to get you there, how you're going to do that, when you're going to do that, then there's way too many things inside of our entire world, our mind, real, not real, fiction, nonfiction, irrational, rational, too many things out there that are actually going to play a factor in keeping you stuck. Because when you have clarity on all of these things, it's almost impossible for you to get stuck. There is one thing that can hold you back. I'm going to get to that in a second, but think about that for a moment. Have you taken the time right now, if you're feeling a little bit stuck, have you taken the time to really go beyond your day-to-day activities and created this plan of where you're going? There's a book that I love. It's called The Slight Edge, and it's basically making sure that you have that North Star, because if you're not really focused on that one specific goal, it's very easy to do little things every single day that are going to completely take you off course, okay? And so having that clarity is clarity in where are you going, all right? Is your vision, are your specific things in your business really specific enough? Here's an example. Have you created quarterly goals or quarterly milestones, all right? Hopefully you've done that. We're not talking these big, 5-year goals, 3-year goals. We're really just kind of talking about 90 days out, your next quarter of business. Do you have your goals in mind, whether it's project-based or it's finance-based or it's activity-based, however you really think about those things in your terms. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Do you have those built out? If you have those quarterly goals built out, do you have the monthly activities that need to be focused on to make sure you're hitting that? If you have those monthly activities that you're focused on, do you have the weekly ones, and have you broken those down into the daily steps? What are required of every single day? What's required of you to achieve that goal? It's getting very specific about that. And if you take the time to plan ahead and get really clear on what those steps are and reverse engineer your business in that manner, a lot of the clutter that comes into your mind, a lot of the things that start to keep you busy, getting away from the the stuff that actually builds your business forward, those things will start to fall away because you have that clarity. And when you have clarity, you have motivation, you have direction, you have confidence because you know where it is that you're going. So that really right there is the one thing that is probably the biggest outward thing that you have control over right now to kind of go and look at your business and say, do I really have the clarity? So let me know in the comments, do you have those goals? Is that something that you do? Are you interested in like a video on how it would be better to plan those things? How do you reverse engineer all of those specific things so that you sit down at your computer every single day and you know exactly what it is that you're going to do that is going to help you achieve those goals? Like, do you have that? I'd love to hear in the comments below what your thoughts are on that. Because here's the next thing. Let's say, yes, a lot of people are in that position. They know these things. They know exactly what it is that they need to do. They have their goals. They're written out on paper. They have their milestones. They have their schedule. They have everything written out that what they need to do that's going to move the needle forward and move that business forward. A lot of people have that and they're still stuck. It's definitely happened to me. You'll see patterns over the years. And after so many years being an entrepreneur, you definitely see some patterns in yourself. And I've certainly seen them a lot in so many of my clients. So this right here is the second thing that keeps you stuck as a business owner. But this one right here is not very external like we were just talking about. It's not really in your face. It's actually a huge internal identity issue. So what exactly does that mean? Let's unpack that for a second. Here is an example of what I mean. It'll help bring it in a little bit more. Okay, so let's say you have a goal of making $100,000 in the next quarter, all right? And so you've reverse engineered, right? You've taken all the steps that you know exactly what you need to do, and you're one of those persons, you've got it all there, but you're not doing it. How many of you even can relate to that? I know I certainly have, and you're just like, man, I don't feel motivated, I'm frustrated, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. All of those things come into play, and they're good excuses to be able to keep you stuck because they're real. Yes, you're overwhelmed. Yes, you're frustrated. You're getting depressed. You're getting stressed. These things all happen when you're stuck, right? Those are the emotions that come into play. And you can blame a lot of other things out there. It's very easy to go like, well, this has happened and this person did this and, this just keep happening. All that stuff is real and legit, but there's another thing behind it. Okay. What is it that's actually holding you back from going out and doing those things, right? If you'll take a moment and go inward, that's the biggest thing that I've seen over so many years coaching people. It's not all of this external stuff. It's why I really started coaching my clients a little bit differently, talking a little bit differently about these in the videos. It's going inward, right? Our minds, our physical minds are designed to keep us safe, keep us in the familiar, keep us feeling comfortable. Well, obviously as business owners, when we're going out there and we're stretching beyond our comfort zones, we're really stretching our minds, we're stretching our identities, we're stretching us a little bit. And our internal subconscious does not like that because this future is unknown. And way back in the day, anything that was unknown came from fear. It brought up fear. What was behind the corner? Who's going to come at me? We don't know. We're just ingrained to have the unknown equal fear. So when that comes to your business, you're not thinking about this stuff. You're not being scared of this stuff, but subconsciously, there's a lot of reasons that would keep you from actually doing the actions that you need to do to build your business forward. So what does that look like? Let me give you an example of a prior client. I'm going to call him Josh, okay? So Josh was working really hard on building his business. His goal was to be able to retire his wife. She'd actually been supporting him while he was really growing this business. And we all know what, depending on where you are in your business, how much, stress and toll that can take. So she was paying the bills, she was going to work, and he was working really hard to be able to, retire her, have her come home so that they could then spend that wonderful time together. That was something that, he really wanted to do and felt like he owed it to her. So he was really having trouble though. He was really getting stuck, not doing the work that he should have done that would actually have solved this problem. And it was causing a lot of, even marital issues because she could see that he wasn't taking these steps and he was getting frustrated and depressed, and all of those things can come into play, right? Being an entrepreneur has its ups and downs, but it's totally worth it, right? And so, unpacking what is really going on in Josh's life, never would have expected it. What was really going on is that the fact is that their kids had actually moved out of the house and they were home alone now. They had been so far apart in time. He was working on his business, she was working. It's been years since they had really actually spent a lot of time together, and they kind of felt like he had felt that they maybe outgrew each other, or they didn't have anything in common. And so subconsciously, if this business became super successful and she stayed home, he had this fear that they wouldn't know how to be able to be together. He had this fear that it would never go back to what it was, and he didn't want to, even tackle that. Now, again, this stuff is subconscious, but that certainly is enough fear ingrained inside him to be able to stop him from actually doing the work. But yet it was very easy for him to look at all of the different reasons why he couldn't get that work done. We are such complicated creatures where if you look outward, you're always going to find the reason and justify why you can't do it. But most of the time it's going inside. And so that's just one example right there. Think about, people have these limiting beliefs where a very big successful business means, oh my gosh, I have to work a lot more. It's going to be more overwhelming. I don't know if I can handle the stress. That fear of that unknown is going to cause you to pull back. A successful business can give you so much money, right? We all want that money because it can give us these opportunities. But yet, if you grew up in a household where other people had the money, we don't have that kind of money. That kind of stuff doesn't happen to us. Or, money is this negative thing. Well, then you're going to have some internal identity issues that you're not even aware of until you start unpacking this stuff. And maybe even a successful business people know has broken up families, right? And so their business is going to get more successful and they don't want the stress that could happen from it. And so they just like to stay in their comfort zone. There's so many things that our brains can make up subconsciously that we're not aware of, and it will keep you stuck. So yes, having clarity is extremely important, but more importantly is really taking the time to go inside and say, why am I really not moving forward? What is it that is causing me to feel stuck? And go real and raw with yourself. No one's judging you. No one's, calling you out on it, to really figure out what it is. And so what's the best way to get unstuck in your business? Recap, number one, make sure you have clarity. If you haven't actually taken the steps to reverse engineer your business for the next 3 months of this is the goal that I want to get to, these are the steps that are going to get me there, these are the things that I can do every single day and week, or that's going to actually get me there, you need to do that. That's just the stuff to keep you accountable and to keep your business moving forward, okay? And then also understand what are some of your limiting beliefs that might hold you back from achieving this awesome goal that you want to grow your business. What might those be? And what I would love to do is help you actually identify that. I have an amazing training that's called the One Mindset Shift that will transform your business. It's transformed my business, so many of my clients. The link is below in the description. This is an excellent training video that really shows you and teaches you how you can start reprogramming your subconscious mind to achieve the identity you want to be that successful business owner. It's so helpful to understand the workings of your mind, because once you can understand what's kind of going on behind the scenes and that internal world starts to shift, your external world has no choice but to align up with it, and it's amazing to watch. So if you'd like a little bit more information on kind of helping you really get past some of these sticking points that you may not even be aware of, definitely check out that video training. It's a great presentation. It's quick, it's fast-paced, you're going to enjoy it. All you need to do is click that link in the description, go watch that, and certainly it'll bring at least some enlightenment into your day right now and help you really grow that business. So again, my name is Brenda Glover. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I'd love to hear any takeaways that you have in the comments below. Let me know. And again, if you're interested in hearing more tidbits about how to grow your business, maybe in the unconventional way of really starting to use our mind as opposed to all of our physical actions, definitely subscribe to my channel, because I'll be putting a new video out every single week for you. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.